Hi there, how you doing? Have you always wanted to get into property investing? So if that sounds a bit like you've just wanted to get into investing, you're not sure where to get started, then stick around. I'm going to share a few things with you that is definitely going to change and transform your life. If not, then if there's a skip button or forward button, you can skip this video, then it might not be for you. Maybe we can catch up another time. So my name is Ken Ojoku. I'm a property investor. I've been investing in property for over 25 years, and I want to share with you my story. This might take a few minutes, so if you can just be patient, I will get to get to the point and highlight what it's all about and how it's going to benefit you as a first time or beginner property investor. So back in 1990, where did we start? About 1990. Back in 1990, I was looking for a job. I had done my degree, I got all the qualifications, but I had no experience. So you have that same scenario, no experience, looking for a job, no experience. So you're going around in a loop. I must have made 1,000 applications looking for different jobs. At the time I was in the IT sector and I was looking for like a support role or support analyst role. Eventually I got a job interview with a blue chip company who took me on as a support analyst, and I worked there for about 2 years. Now, while I was working there, I looked at my situation and scenario and I said, okay, if I continue to stay here, then I will not progress any further. I was renting a 1-bedroom flat, and I worked it out. If I stay here for the next 20 years, it will take me 20 years to save up enough money to buy my first property. And it just didn't look promising. To cut a long story short, I would go in early, start early before work time, work through my lunch break, and work in the evening as well. And I wasn't paid any extra for this, and I continued doing this for a long time. Every time I had the same situation, we believe that the work that you're doing reflects the pay that you're getting, and we'll review your work scenario again in the next 3 months or the next 4 months. So the same thing kept on happening repetitively. And I just carried on working harder and harder and harder, hoping that, eventually I would be able to get that promotion and move to the next level of the corporate ladder and be able to be given more money. And then hopefully I'll be able to save up enough money to buy my first property. It didn't quite work that way. I just felt like it was a carrot on the stick, and I just carried on getting this carrot on the stick effect. Whereas the more work I did, the further away I got, and it was getting frustrating, to be quite honest. So what happened, as I learned, as I was getting involved in property, as I was getting involved in IT, I was manufacturing computers. So a friend of mine asked if I could build a computer for them. So I built a computer for them and gave it to them at cost price. I just gave it to them at the same price it cost me to make them. And they told their friend, they told their cousin, and more, I was getting more and more demands for the same computers to be manufactured over and over again. Then it came to one day, a friend from a church came, and he literally came with a stack of cash. This was the days before money laundering and all those things were around. You did a lot of transactions with cash, and you did a lot of business with cash. And they said, look, I've got this stack wad of cash as a deposit. I need you to build 50 computers for us, for our church, and for the networks that we have there. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Long story short, I was able to build those 50 computers for them. Ended up leaving the job that I was at because it was going nowhere fast, and started my fledgling computer business. Expanded from there, had 8 staff, doing about £22,000 a week in trading. I was doing fantastic. I was doing absolutely well. IT was booming. It was a time it was a boom time. Everyone was making money on IT and hardware, networking, all those kind of things. It was brilliant. It was brilliant times. So I was able to I was going to buy my first property actually with cash. My first property was £74,000 and I was going to buy it cash outright. One of my mentors said to me, no, you don't do that. You need to leverage. I said, why would I need to leverage? I can just buy it cash. I don't want to get a mortgage. Why do I want to have a mortgage around my neck? I'll just pay it outright cash and forget about it. I'm done. And he said, no, what you need to do is you leverage your money. You can buy more than one property at a time using the same money that you would have bought one property with. So I said, okay, light bulb went on. And then I began my journey in property. From there, I went on to learn a bit more. I've done commercial conversions. I did so many different strategies. I learned lots of strategies. I paid thousands of pounds to get the training behind the training, because a lot of things you see, you just don't know. Is it rent to rent? You need to know. Is it rent to HMO? You need to know. Is it HMO? Is it buy to let? Is it service accommodation? Is it commercial conversion? Is it title splitting? Is it assisted sales? There are so many strategies. In the end, I learned all of the strategies, and I used most of the strategies, and I use most of the strategies in my day-to-day business. I'm full-time in this business. This is what I do as a full-time occupation. I have about 4 companies now, property training, deal sourcing, property development, and guaranteed rent on property letting. So this is what I do. This is what I do. I love what I do, and I love helping people to do what I do as well. So why am I telling you all this? Why am I saying all this? I think at the end of the day, you need a backstory. You need to know what is behind all of this. People have an agenda. You think, okay, they're giving training, or they're doing free trainings and things like that, but what is the agenda behind it? What do they want? So what I want to offer you is a free training session, and this is a webinar. You will join the webinar so that you can have a look at different strategies that you can use that's working right now. Now, my objective is this. If you like the training, fine, you'll do some business with me. My idea is to train people to become business partners with me. So as we're both business partners, we both win. Everybody wins. And that is the way that business should be done. And, you should grow in that respect. I have about a handful of people, about 30 people that I'm training at the moment. I'm happy to expand that a little bit. That's why I'm putting this out there, looking for people that I can work with, that want to grow, that want to learn how to do property investing, different ways of doing the property investing. We have what we call a 10K lunch break. We have a 10K lunch break where the idea is to make £10,000 in your lunch break. And without having to do, working long hours, all the things that I told you about, working very early in the morning, working through your lunch break, and working in the evening, too much work. We want to make you have 10K lunch break, so you're earning 10K in your lunch break. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in learning about, you can just, come to the webinar. Don't bring a credit card. There's no cash commitment. I'm not looking for a cash commitment. I just want to show you what is possible, and then see where we can go from there. So if this sounds like you, somewhere around this page will be a link to the webinar. You can join the webinar, then I can take you inside, take you behind the scenes, and show you 3 of my secrets that I use and I have been using over the last 25 years. So look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much for taking a few moments to listen to my backstory and, a little bit about what I do. Kenajoku, 25 years property investor, looking forward to working with you. Click around the link. There's a link around the page somewhere, and then I'll see you on the inside. Take care, and God bless you. Thank you very much.